Hello, it's Belinda, Aussie Stitcher, coming to you on this Monday, the 21st of April. It is a public holiday here in Australia, so I have the day off work and husband is doing stuff, kids are watching movies, so I thought I'd come on and do the rest of my Bitsa stash parade and whip parade. So it will be any other samplerish things plus random stuff that didn't really go anywhere, and that will leave my last video, which will be Long Dog Sampler, which is the one I've been avoiding because it's the one I need to go on to their website and take photos of everything so you have a nice color photo of some of the stuff. So back a bit. I have whips, I have things that are kitted up, and I have just some stash. There will be long dog samplers, not long dog samplers, there will be heaven and earth, so full coverage. There will be, bitsers really. Stuff just to make this video a reasonable length, like, I don't know, half an hour. So let's get into it. The first one I'm going to show is Outback Storm. So, and it just worked out really well because I do need to move my Q-snap. So here is a picture of what it looks like, and here is what it looks like at the moment. This is a page finish, and where it was in my Q-snap, sorry, it was slightly annoying, so I can move it now, and that's the last page. It goes all along here to there. This is 22 count hardanger, which I do not recommend stitching on for a full coverage. 2/2. I personally don't like it, and if I could, I would restart it. But there's no way I'm restarting this. I wouldn't. So we're just gonna keep going. So there's that one. I think it's actually due for a wash. Righty-ho. In this one is a bit of a sneak peek on progress, but it's Glendon's place. This will do nicely. Doing the called for Dinky Dyes threads and DMC for the words. This is stitched on 28 count fog by Picture This Plus, pretty sure. Yep. And this is where I'm up to. Lots of variegation with just a couple of threads. Sorry, that one was really loud. This one is, that one and in case you do not watch my Flosstubes normally, that one is one that I'm pulling out for at least a day and trying to get 300 stitches on. It's something new I'm trying, and I'm actually really enjoying it. This one is one that I pull out for 3 months every year, and it's called Into Forest Grew by Rosewood Manor. This has lots and lots of thread, and it's stitched on 36 count Tyco by Picture This Plus 2/2. I've done a couple of things 1/1. Don't know why I've got sticky tape there, and I have to say I actually prefer 2/2 on 36 count, and that's where we're up to. The pages are not huge on this. It's like this big massive book but the pages are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 across, and then 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 down. So they're not huge pages. Lots of pages, but not full size. Alright, in this one I have a black swan, and I really can't pronounce that, so I'm not going to. And while you can get black swan, I don't think they're as ready as available. They're more on like eBay and stuff like that. This is stitched on 28 count Joberlin Tactical Combo by hand dyed by Stephanie. I started this with someone who's well and like they started a black swan, and I think they're finished or nearly finished. That's where I'm up to. Loving the colors. Sorry with the putting everything away, otherwise it's just a mess. All right, this one, and there it is. This is Alluring Sorceress by Dimensions, Charts and Charms. This one I've started, like when I was starting it, it was started and restarted like 4 or 5 times. Don't think it was that fabric either. Here we go. So I ended up restarting this in the top. All half stitches with 3 threads by the look of it. I have done the male sorceress of this. Actually, it was one of the 3rd cross stitches I did as a teenager, and my dad brought me the chart to do the companion piece. And I never started it until recently. And I say recently, but I actually mean in the last 5 or 6 years. Right, this one is a full coverage. And this one is Charting Creations. And it is Golden Blossoms and Golden Flinch, something like that. This is stitched on 25 count 1/1. This is actually going to get a month this year. Sorry for the bell. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to try and get a reasonable amount of progress. And this is the only other full coverage. I did have other full coverages, and I've kind of either UFO'd them permanently or UFO'd them for now, because I just can't focus on all the full coverage. And this one, I can't think of the title, but it's a Heaven and Earth one, and I'll put it up here. And this is what it looks like. 25 count gridded, 1/1, and I have to say I do not like gridded fabric. So I tend to ignore the grids. Sorry, it's Breathe by Heaven and Earth. So those are the 2 that I'm keeping. And hopefully to get a bit of progress here. And then when I finish Outback Storm, I will focus on one of them. And the only other one I'm going to show you that is, technically it's going to be a restart, but I haven't restarted it, So I'm going to restart it on 28 count white fabric, but I'm just going to show you what I have done. This is a picture. It is the Chatelaine Scotland Mandala. This is what I had done, and most of that is silks. But the reality is, I didn't want to stitch on white, but now I realise that it really needs to be done on white, and I don't want this fabric, I think, hanging up in my house, in the main living room. I don't know. I'm now looking at it kind of second guessing because it's not too bad. Maybe I need to put some stitches in this. The other thing is, the reason I haven't been working on it is all the threads. It requires a bit more concentration. It requires a little bit more space, and I had young kids. William's now nearly 11, so not so young. So when I started this, I feel like going on 8 years ago, 6. Life has definitely changed, and I could work on it. So maybe I need to work on it with this fabric to get a better feel, because it's not nearly as bad as what I thought. So we'll leave that over there. Right, so we're going to go into stuff that I've kitted up. This one I won't take out of the bag. This one I want to do for my son, William. It is the Prairie Schooler Weatherwise, and this is not, this is literally the paper. I actually got 2 in here, so it was probably a good idea for me to open it. The Weatherwise is the sheet paper. I had someone very nicely send me their copy of Weatherwise, and it was a nice cardboard, and it got lost in the mail. I never received it. And she messaged me out like months after she sent it and like, hey, have you ever received it? I felt so bad. It's the risk you take when you're mailing something. I've mailed something that was out of print, and it is nerve-wracking. And I felt so bad for that person. I hope one day she had a return address and it came back to her, but it got reprinted and I got the paper chart. It's not very farmy. We live on a farm, but it's very similar to what we say. We say red sky at night, shepherd's delight, red sky in the morning, shepherd's warning. So, and saying that red sky in the morning, shepherd's warning is usually meaning to rain, and we want rain at this moment. And the other one I have in here is the 30 days one. I have done a Prairie Schooler. I don't love them necessarily, but I like the idea of these and doing them for William. So, I do have another whip and I just can't find it. It's a Lennard whip. It's one that I wanted to restart. It's on a fairy and it was on 30 count, and I want to do it on like a 28 or 32 count fabric. Cannot find it. I have been rearranging things, moving things around, and I know I put that to the side to restart along with Rapunzel for Mirabilia and something else, and I put them in a very safe spot, and I've got to find it. So I do have a Lennard's whip on the go, and I just can't find it. So I have kitted up ink circles. I'm not even going to try. Cirque does something or other. I have the fabric picked out, which is, I don't think it would be big enough. Yes, it will be big enough. Platinum 36 count, and I got from 123 Stitch. And for the threads, I got PR039 from Silks for You. I think that would be lovely. I have to say, I am if you've watched my Flosstubes, you know that I'm wanting to whip down. But at the same time, I have a very unbalanced of Mirabilias and Fancy Ladies like Joan Elliott over other whips. And I'm trying to start some things so that I'm not, like I'm working on 1 or 2, even 3, I couldn't care less, of ladies, but I'm working on other stuff. And I like the variety of working on different things. So this could be a start at some point, is what I'm trying to say. Another one that I'm thinking of is, and it's all kitted up, and yes, I ripped open the box lid to keep the cover. I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's from Our Forest Embroidery. And I do have the fabric, and I got these beautiful needle minders for it. And the threads, I got this years ago. This is not new, well and truly before the war between Russia and Ukraine. I'm depending on borders is if I use that fabric or not. So that one is I kind of want to start. This is another one that I kind of think I might. I don't know if I will, to be honest, but if I'm feeling in the mood for a start, these are my choices. Moonlight Sampler by the Blue Flower, and I'm trying to go for different things that I haven't started, designers. And I have got the fabric for this one. I have 36 count oyster shell by Fox and Rabbit, and all the called for threads, which is a lot of Weeks and Colour Castle Works. And in this one, kitted up. No, it's not kitted up. It is just one that I've put in a bag because I would like to start it. It's a Leonard, and it's got the Day and Night Fairy. I do love these. I love the details. And Jemima from the Rocking Stitcher. She doesn't really do Flosstubes anymore. She did like a whip parade where she showed off her magnificent finish. So Heaven and Earth, and it had all the African animals, and I can't think of what it's called, but it was brilliant. So that's something I will not start this year, but I do have it kitted up. Right, so we're going to just grab, these are other bits and pieces. So I have another 3 of the Our Forest Embroidery, and it all comes with the fabric, and it comes with the thread and a needle minder, and I don't know what they're called. But there's this one. Just trying to quickly see on the back. No. There's this one, which I think is the 100 hour one. Oh, this one's Enchanted Forest. It said so on the back. So that one's Enchanted Forest. If you look at the right spot. And this one is the Bewitched Swamp. I got 4 for 4 kids, basically. This is a Plum Street sampler called Beans Beans. Beans Beans, the magical brew. The more you drink, the more you do. And to be honest, with the specialty threads, I'll just go DMC with this. So, this one is the Tiny Modernist, and it's We Should Be Friends. A day without a friend is like a pot without a single drop of honey left inside. And I have a funny feeling I brought this for a reason, for someone. Is it really big? Nope, it's actually probably one of my smallest ones if I started it. Then I have Mini Bouquet Collection by the Jeanette Douglas Designs. These are all flowers from the months. As well as, and it does show you individually with borders, and so you can do them individually or with a border. This one is another ink circles, and it's tapestry. And this one has the thread, and it's Plum Street Samplers, Judge not that ye be not judged. I think I purely got this for the sheep. And I have a Gold Collections, a Summer Stroll. It is got fabric and threads which have not been sorted in the slightest. It's going to be fun. I think Sophie liked this one. All right. Oh, and my last dimension charts and charms is Ocean Princess. I have to say, I do like the dimensions. When I did the chart and charms, when you can choose your own fabric, and then you had all the embellishments in the package. Right. This is Bothy Threads, Highland Heathers, the Highland Cow, and the fabric is the it's Ada with the painted. But I do like that one. This is Aberdeenshire. This is a chart that I ended up 2 with, and I gave 1 to Sammy J Stitches, who finished it. I haven't even remotely started it. My husband is from the Aberdeenshire, and at the moment Sophie is living in the Aberdeenshire with her grandparents. I don't know. I might be more into it once maybe Sophie comes back or we go for a visit. This one is Antique Tractors, and that's the one I think my husband's picked out. that he would like me to do. By Stony Creek Collection, so you know a lot of colour changes backstitch. Another Stony Creek Antique Tractor Collection. I have to say these are not screaming out to be started, but I know that they would be loved by William and my husband. And of course we have a 1938 John Deere Model A. I have also a counted cross stitch of a Scottish man. So I honestly don't know if I'll ever stitch, but I don't want to get rid of it because I think one day I just might, for the right person, whether it's for us later on or as one of the kids. I have the Mandala Dragonfly. And I have Lavender and Lace one, I think it's the Pansies. That's pretty cute. A Lizzie Kate ABC Lessons. And this came in a Christmas box that Stitch and Button did a couple of years ago. One of those countdown ones. And it's the Fox and Rabbit Yuletide Deer. I also have in black and white the Deadly Aquarium by Lola Crow Stitch. And I got it for William. Because I can do a lot for girls. William's a bit harder. And William's favourite animal in the whole wide world, and has been for years, is the hammerhead. But I also got the Greenhouse of Oddities. Because, I don't know, I think one of the girls would actually, Sophie, Iona specifically, would get a kick out of this. Right, that was one of my little containers. And in the Bixes, I've got the Bee Garden, which I think I'm going to do this for my mother-in-law. If you need me, I'm out in the Bee Garden, by Heartstring Sampler. And now I come to paper charts that I have of Heaven and Earth designs that I haven't deleted. One of them is, and I don't know if these, you can still get these on Heaven and Earth because of the kind of stitcher I am. I don't really keep up with it because I'm not going to start hundreds of full coverages. But this one is Heaven and Earth Design Shire Horses. And a little fun fact, my husband used to ride the Shetland horses in horse and cart racing in Scotland. They didn't own them. It was neighbours' horses, and they also did the horse and cart racing. So these, yeah, I don't even think, I wouldn't even know if I could get the copy for Pattern Keeper. This one is Kindred Spirits. And this one is Fingers of Gold. Sorry, I was looking in the wrong spot and then trying not to seize it again. So this is the same photographer that did Outback Storm that took the photo. Also took this one, and then it got charted by Heaven and Earth. I think I do have another one somewhere, but they're not. And this is my chatelaine paperwork. I think I have another one of theirs somewhere that is full coverage. And I think I did max color, and then I don't know if I decided whether I got it on Pattern Keeper, to be honest, because that one would have needed to be go on it. But those are my miscellaneous stuff, nothing earth-shattering. I do have new stuff that I got from market, but I won't show that into my update video. But that's it. So all I've got really left now is a very big stack of Long Dog Sampler. And I don't know, because I'm really not sure how interesting these videos really are to the grand scheme of people. I think I might do a finish one where I show all my finishes, including the ones when I did, I shouldn't say all of them, because I'm sure there's little ones I'll never show. But my really first big cross stitch, which I think was a Stony Creek one, and it was cats, and you had like 3 or 4 cats in a square, like crossed down and around, and then you had like something in the middle. That was my very first cross stitch, and I started it when I was like 14. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I hope everyone is going well, and if you have a day off, I hope you're enjoying it, and if you're at work, I hope it was a good day. Happy stitching. Bye.